Hey folks, here we go. Quick video for you about my new Greek project as promised in my recent update video. One thing actually, in the first clip of this video, ignore the reference I make at some point to Africa Core that I've just shown you. I was going to include this as a start off with lots of other projects I'm starting off video, but I've decided I'd do them all separately. So ignore the reference to an Africa Core army I've shown you, because that'll be coming up in a video soon. But anyway, here we go. This is the first of my videos for my new Greek project. And Will Morris, you'll love these. They're all metal. Something else that I've been promising myself for some time, not that I haven't done before, but I have, but only in a different scale, is an ancient Greek army. I was a big fan of Ancients Wargaming. Back in the 1990s, I did lots of 15mm Ancients. And here I am revisiting it in 28th. A range of models, in this case, from Foundry. Their World of the Greeks range, and a lot of these chaps have got a distinct absence of clothing. But I thought it would be, as well as, you know, being a Greek army that I wanted to do, it also be mildly amusing, being that most of them are naked. It's not just going to be these Foundry fellas, there's a couple of other manufacturers as well. But similar to the Africa Core I've just shown in the previous clip, undercoat with wraithbone, and going to be using mostly contrast. See how I go on with these, watch this space. So, first step with these guys is prime them with Citadel wraithbone. Next, whilst it might not be the most bronzy bronze, it is in fact Retributor armour from Citadel. I just like it as a sort of goldy bronzy sort of colour. So yeah, anything metal, like belt buckle, sword hilt, helmet, done in a sort of goldy bronzy colour, which, like I say, I've used Retributor armour. The next step is some Blood Angels contrast red on the little bit of cloth that's draped around his body, and what is it, Gore Grunter fur, another contrast paint brown for any leather bits. Okay, last bit before putting the flesh on and putting some wash on the armour, I've done some Agros Dunes contrast on the spear shaft, and some what's it? It is lead belcher, sorry, on the spear tip. And I've gone around the model with wraithbone out of the pot, touching up wherever on the flesh areas had been spilt over by the colours I've applied. And here we have a few of them. Have all been put onto the base. I've applied the flesh using Guilliman flesh contrast, a wash on the helmets, and a bit of black in the areas where there's going to be hair, etc. There will be, the next stages will be painting the base and putting the basic material on, going around the figures. So like, for example, there's a tiny little bit there that's escaped painting just between the guy's flesh and his tunic. I'm just touching up bits like that, and when everything's dry, a bit of varnish. Before I conclude, just a little word about the shields. What I've done is spray paint them with Games Workshop Retributor Gold. They'll be given a healthy wash of Agrax Earthshade, and then I'll either apply transfers to them. I do have some at the moment, but these ones that are on these guys, for example, weren't actually, well, they were made for a different manufacturer's shield, so they don't fit so snugly. So I might not be using transfers for now. But yeah, I'll Retributor Gold, Agrax Earthshade wash, and like cloth areas, like the arrow shields here hanging on the bottom of them, I'll paint with a bit of wraithbone out of the pot, and then apply any colour or washes to it. Likewise, colour and other washes to the metal coloured shields once the Agrax Earthshade wash over the Retributor Gold undercoat has dried. And there we have it. There they all are, finished and based. Beyond the steps that I have just shown you and the stuff about the shields, the only thing that's happened is a few bits and bobs of touching up a paintwork where anything was scraped or scuffed or missed. basing material applied, and once the figures are stuck to the bases, that is, and then a decent coat of gloss varnish. Hope you enjoyed this. There will be more Hoplites coming soon. Not all of them as naked as these guys. I'll be trying a few different manufacturers as well as these Foundry fellas. But for now, there we go. So lastly, here's a reminder of the paints that were used. They were primed with Wraithbone primer. Any areas that are missed, touched it with Wraithbone out the pot. Then the red cloth areas were done with Blood Angels red contrast. The spears done with Agros Dooms with Lead Belcher for the spear tips. Gore Grunter fur contrast used for the leather parts. All the brass helmets and shields and things done using Retributor armor. Black Templar for the fur, not for the fur, sorry, for the hair, and obviously Guilliman flesh for the flesh. A wash of Agrex Earthshade over the metal parts. Base paint with Steel Legion drab, and a good coat of Humbrol gloss varnish after. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Any queries or questions, please put them in the comments below, and more videos coming soon.